folks. This is your host, the one, the only Thrifty Gamer 83. Joining me today is my special guest.
Hi, my name's Brody. I'm his nephew.
Yep. Yesterday, I showed Brody some old games like Final Fantasy VIII, Syphon Filter.
And then we did Wii U games such as Lego City Undercover, and we just filmed Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I know, Lego games, they're always so much fun.
Yeah.
And probably the next time he's around, we can do some filming of the Lego Batman. I have the sequel version somewhere around here for the PlayStation 3. I've also got a ton of DC games, and that way we can do a little bit of Marvel Comics, DC Comics. What do you think, Brody? Would that make a good show?
Yeah, I think that would. We could also do the Marvels, because I know you have Lego Marvel superheroes.
Yep. I've also got the Lego Star Wars trilogy on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, just a whole bunch of Lego games I really haven't had time to dip into. But
that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, you can dip into a lot of unlockables, and you can have a lot of fun, too.
And I might be in more future videos and showing that we had a ton of fun with this and didn't care about the recording. Now that we were originally editing, we're doing a voiceover now because the volume was too loud for the games.
Yeah, I should have been thinking I should have just turned it down. But yeah, we had a lot of fun last night playing games. We spent about 2 hours on old classics. Like I said before, Final Fantasy VIII, you got to see Shiva just being summoned as a guardian force. What did you think of that?
I found that pretty epic. That was, yeah. And we're going to go through and watch the old footage that we just originally did yesterday. And then we're going to watch the footage that we did today doing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And then it's going to be a good time. Yeah,
I wanted to do some things from my generation, and I wanted to show him the epic greatness that is the air taser. What'd you think of that in Syphon Filter?
The air taser, I would say you showed me is not my favorite out of it. That was pretty good.
That is one of the greatest weapons of all time in any video game franchise. Syphon Filter just nailed it.
Yeah.
I know Metal Gear Solid has the silenced trank gun, but seriously, you take the air taser. But it makes great marshmallows too. Mm-hmm. And you can do hot dogs, hamburgers, everything over a grill.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and also before we get into the footage, I just want to say that before the recording of this and the rest of our recording for the video, we decided to set up a Discord server. And so I'll probably be in a lot more future videos from doing that. And don't forget that all these videos are here for you guys. So he's make these for a reason, to have fun time. And as he says, love, hate, rant, subscribe, and yes, go on with it.
Alright, I think we got it. Love, hate, rant, rave, click
yes.
that subscribe button. You're keeping the show on the air. I think I said it right.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Oh, I wonder where... Oh, yeah, so, yeah, just old games, epic games, games from the late 90s, the 2000s. Someone here?
No one's here. It's your door.
Oh, all right.
Because you're hitting the door. It's funny.
Yeah.
Alright. We're just doing this for fun.
Yeah, plus it's good, because I've got all that content. We've actually got all that content to go through because I've got the Kramer Upscaler. I've got games I want to show Brody from the GameCube era, games I want to show him from the cartridge era, and
I love the cartridges.
I can still remember we were playing Disney's Rescue Rangers. And
Oh my goodness.
Brody, I think he was
That was
5
so much fun.
or 6, looks at me and says, Uncle Joe, how do you purchase a life in Rescue Rangers? And I just, really, because it's different generations in gaming.
I feel like this is going to become a podcast.
Yeah, it was just so amazing to sit there and think, wow, games have evolved to that point, and that it was also a little bit of a sad thing. It's kind of like games used to be Nintendo hard.
Yeah.
Now they're just... So yeah, I think in a lot of ways playing something like Breath of the Wild introduces younger audiences to Nintendo hard, and guys like me are just like, bring it! Yeah, that's how...
We've got a child sleeping. We're filming this during a child sleeping. Remember, not all of your room is fully soundproof.
Just enough of it is soundproof, though, so that he's still sleeping through this, and we're still having a good time with all of it. And, yeah, the Man Cave has had a lot of improvements over the years. I'm glad to add a co-host. That's the best improvement.
And I should be here more.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also hoping, maybe to influence his decisions into being a happy little fan of the Montreal Canadiens.
I said that I am a fan of them.
All
I'm
right.
also a fan of Bruins, and yeah, I've told you this. Alright, well, let's get into the footage then.
Alright, yeah, it's still going to be, the footage is still going to be rolling in the background here regardless. So yeah, you're seeing some Final Fantasy VIII footage, some Syphon filter footage. I was just amazed at how it all held our attentions together. And I'm really happy Brody got into it. I'm really happy he started to enjoy Final Fantasy VIII.
I mean, I've seen people play Final Fantasy. I've seen ads for it. Like I said, originally, when we first did recording with voiceover, I've liked Final Fantasy. I've never really played it, but I mean, like, getting to play some of it is awesome.
Yeah, and I showed him what happens if I try to run the 240p through my regular capture card, my Osprey 560. The Osprey will only do 480i, so everything just scrolls up on a vertical loop. And the colors look just washed out. But if I run it through the framer, everything is held in a perfect 1080i example.
Yeah. And I would say it looks really nice. Showing with what you have for the setup here, showing how you've run through everything and gotten a nice graphics card and able to just run through old games at good 720p. 1080i is amazing that you're able to run it at.
Oh, we're still watching the Syphon filter, folks, and I do gotta say the footage from that toasty, yummy marshmallows.
Yes, I agree. So, as you've probably already seen, but we're watching through Syphon filter now. I mean, you guys probably already seen Final Fantasy and the Syphon filter, but I mean, we'll show clips of like what we're watching or something. And yeah, jeez.
I used to think Syphon filter, like I said before, was just so advanced. When I was Brody's age, something like Syphon filter was just light years ahead of its time. And nowadays, I think we just take it for granted that it's just gonna be, we're not gonna go back to those old days. I mean, really, you look at a game like Syphon filter, you look at a game like Deus Ex, yeah, there's a lot there that we just take for granted. We don't really pay respects to the past. I mean, going ahead a little bit in the filming, we are going to edit this down for a nice time pattern, but going ahead in the filming, Lego City Undercover.
Oh my, that was fun.
I'm an expert with computers. Basement time.
That scared me a lot. Like, why are you going down to the basement?
How many cars do you have, Frank?
Let's go to a different question.
Yeah, I just think a game like Lego City Undercover, I mean, really, I just hit a Lego character in the freeway, and what happens? I think that Chase is going to get out and help them and put them back together. Nope, he just takes their parts. That's the Grand Theft Auto for kids.
Yes, I agree. I seriously do agree, because I've seen, I saw a video of like funny fails of like GTA, and because it popped up on my feed. So I watched it, and I see this guy. He's flying a plane. Then he gets out of it, lands in a car, goes to drive away from the police, runs over tons of people, and doesn't even get out to look at them.
Yeah.
So we're watching through.
Shocking experiences.
We were watching through one of the parts where they're with the electric things to redo pulse for people in the hospital, and they got thrown at him, and he just complete. So yeah.
Yep. And now let's take a look at a little bit of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Because this is more Brody's generation than it is mine.
Yeah.
Although I still do enjoy Breath of the Wild, it's really just...
This was the worst right here. Because then my stick broke, and I had to run.
Although, the funny thing is, when you get the magnetic power-up...
Yeah.
You can just see it. You can see the comedy that's going to be there. I'm just skipping it around just a little bit because really we were just plain getting nailed by one of the creatures, and really I just thought, will this work? Because you can't fight them.
Because we didn't have a stick.
You don't have a stick. I just thought, will this work out? And boom, like a Walmart greeter.
Yeah, he grabbed one of the tiles that you would walk on with the magnetism to move, and he picked it up and tossed it on top of it. So I thought that was pretty cool, showing that we didn't have very much to do because we didn't have a stick or a twig. I mean, they're the same thing.
Just, yep. Boom.
Yep.
So yeah, folks, rant, rave, love, hate, click that subscribe button. You're keeping my show on the air. I look forward to having Brody in the studio more often as a co-host. Have a good one.
And we got Discord.
Yes.
Check out the Discord. It should be a description.
Yep. Have a good one.